Hi guys, Matt V's Movies back for another video, and today we're going to be looking at Alita Battle Angel. Now this is a Filmarena edition, but it's a Black Barons edition. Now this is my first Black Barons edition. It's a double lenticular. Very nice edition, this one. So we're going to look at this today in a bit of a closer look. I'm going to give you some trivia about the film and some film facts, this sort of thing, and then we'll have a closer look at this today on the channel.
15 seconds, guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9, ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Alita Battle Angel came out in 2019, and in the UK it was a certificate 12. It's a science fiction action genre, and it ran for 2 hours and 2 minutes. Alita, a battle cyborg, is revived by Ido, a doctor who realises that she actually has the soul of a teenager. Alita then sets out to learn about her past and find her true identity. The release date in the UK was the 6th of February 2019, and this was directed by Robert Rodriguez. It was adapted from Battle Angel Alita, and the box office was $405 million US, and this was distributed by 20th Century Studios. Cast included Rosa Salazar as Alita, Keen Johnson as Hugo, Christopher Waltz as Dr. Dyson Ido, Jennifer Connelly as Dr. Sheeran, Ed Sheeran as Zapan, Jack Earl Haley as Growish, and Mahershala Ali as Vector. On to some trivia about the film. This marks the first professional collaboration between James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez. Due to his prior commitments to direct the 4 sequels to Avatar, Cameron could only serve as the producer and co-screenwriter on this film, with Rodriguez taking the directorial duties. In an interview with Empire magazine on December the 8th, 2017, Rodriguez said of the collaboration with Cameron, "This just doesn't happen. Guys like Quentin Tarantino and Jim only write scripts for themselves to direct. When Avatar becomes the biggest movie of all time, he told me that he's going to spend the rest of his career making avatars. So I said, what happens to Battle Angel then? Because as a fan, I was just interested. And he said, I don't think I'll ever get to do that. Hey, if you can figure out the script, you can shoot it. So I took it home, spent all summer working on it, cut it down to 130 to 125 pages without cutting anything that he missed. It was a great gift. We had a blast. Anytime I had a question, I could call him or email him, and he would send back these hugely detailed answers that were so helpful. He just loves being the producer that he always wants. The guy's so freaking smart. Getting to learn from someone like that was the greatest internship ever." Robert Rodriguez based the second motorball sequence on NASCAR. Instead of aerial and impossible shots, he used the physics of real cameras in placements seen in NASCAR. It includes long lenses capturing things like whizzing by, as well as the cameras on the track with the players to keep it as real world as possible. It was the longest sequence in the film that he worked on, about 3 years from start to finish. And finally, even though the film is live action, the main character is done with CG animation and was shot in 3D using the stereo imaging system that James Cameron had been developing for his documentaries. And so on to the edition. So yeah, like I said, this is a Filmarena Black Barons edition. I do have Filmarena editions, but I've never, this is the only Black Barons one in my collection. So yeah, it's a double lenticular, so we're going to have a look at this today. So there's a J card. We'll look at that first. So you can see here, and as with a lot of Filmarenas, they do have this little card, and you can see this is 1250 copies, and this copy is 998. Let me just remove this. We'll just turn it on there because you can see some artwork, alternative artwork there. And also we've got all the tech specs here. Now there's a Dolby Atmos soundtrack on here, DTS Master Audio as well, various languages, so if you want to pause and read, you're more than welcome. At the top there we've got, now this is a very nice release with 3 formats in. So we've got the 4K Ultra, we've got the Blu-ray 3D and the Blu-ray, and there's also a bonus feature disc as well, so actually a 4-disc set. I know when this came out, sort of, even just with a sort of standard edition, it came with all 3 formats, so that's really nice that they took the time to, you know, make this a sort of complete set. So yeah, that's just the J card. Okay, so yeah, a very nice lenticular on the front here. There's a lot of depth to this. It's maybe not picking up in the camera, but Alita is very much in the sort of in the front ground, and then all of the other characters are set back. This sword is almost sort of coming out of the lenticular, and you can see this sort of city behind is very much sort of in the background. It's probably not really coming up sort of that great on here, but certainly in, you know, as I'm looking at it, there's a huge amount of depth to this, and there's a little bit of movement as well. So we've got the spine there, and again the Alita, that's embossed, and the Battle Angel, oh, all of it's embossed, to be honest, even the 3D and HD logos. Turn it to the back, and another wonderful lenticular. This is the scene where she's on the roller skates in the film, and again this is sort of, her legs almost sort of coming out of the lenticular. There's a great sense of depth to this. Unfortunately, there are a few little scratches on this lenticular. When I bought the lenticular, I was aware that it wasn't in perfect condition, but it's still a nice, you know, a nice edition nonetheless. In the inside, we get the booklets and the steelbook. On the top, we get Her Legend Begins. This is embossed. A little bit of a mark there, but, and then on the bottom, here we go, Black Barons. So 1250, 998, which is identical to the card. So we'll get these out. So this is a very rigid box, this one. Very nice. You know, it's a very nice edition, this. Okay, so we get a steelbook, and then we get a booklet and some art cards. So we'll look at the steelbook and the discs first, and then we'll move on to these. Okay, so here's the steelbook. This is a really nice steelbook, this one. Debossed border, embossed Alita. Alita is actually embossed herself. The characters behind aren't, but it's a nice touch that they've done that. And there's sort of spot gloss around her arms, and yeah, it's just you know, a very, very nice steelbook, this one. Very impressive. Turn it to the side, so you've got Alita there, and then on the back, a name. This is a great image. Very colourful, all spot gloss. I mean, the sword detailing on the sword is fantastic, and on her arms. Very, very nice release, this. And you can see it all goes round the side as well, and even on the bottom and on the top as well. Very, very nice. Open it up. Okay, so as I say, this is a 4-disc set, so we get the Blu-ray disc there. You get the 3D edition with some alternate artwork. Then you get the special features Blu-ray disc, and then you've got the 4K Ultra disc there. I'll just get the discs out. Just bear with me. Okay, so unfortunately you won't, because of this tray in the middle. I mean, I'll kind of do that so you can kind of get a overall image of both sides. But yeah, you've got an image of Alita there on this side, and then on this side it's the scene where she's facing off against another character in the film. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not the best. This is quite nice, but this side's a bit blurry. But the actual steelbook is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so yeah, we get a nice booklet here, so we'll look at that in a minute. And we'll come on to the art cards. And again, with these sort of Filmarena editions, they do sort of collector's cards. And we've got a nice image here on the front. Alita on the side. Then on the back, that's really cool. Very nice, sort of, you know, colourful image of the sky. Open it up. So we get photo cards on this side and art cards on this side. So we'll start with this side. Okay, so all of the back are like this. And then what we'll do is we'll turn them over and then we'll go through them. So we've got that image there. And I enjoyed this film. You know, it's stunning, absolutely stunning sort of effects in this. Not a huge amount of story to it. I mean, you know, it's about her sort of journey, sort of, you know, I suppose sort of trying to fit in with sort of humans. Obviously, she's artificial intelligence, android, shall we say? But yeah, you get a lot of these sort of characters in it as well. That, you know, they've got all these sort of weapons, and it's an entertaining film. And it's kind of left on a cliffhanger. Whether they're going to make a sequel to it, I'm not sure. I think there was rumours that they might. No, so this is the character that we saw on the inside of the steelbook. So yeah, obviously in the steelbook it was a bit blurred, but this is the guy that you know, she sort of faces off in a particular scene. Oh, this image here of a little dog. And then on to the other cards. So these are all backed with a different image. Pretty much that sort of front image with the lenticular that I showed at the beginning. So we'll turn these over and we'll go through these. So we've got a nice shot there. All sort of pre-viz stuff, I think these are. So yeah, it's done very well. Sort of a world, you know, building a particular world that they live in. You know, I mean, incredible amount of work that goes into these films. I think sometimes we don't always appreciate that. We just sort of sit there for a couple of hours and just take it in and say, yeah, that was all right. But actually, when you really think about it, you know, to be able to create this sort of on screen, you know, the work, the level of detail and the amount of time that goes into this, we should really appreciate them far more. But I know this was quite a popular film, but not enough to sort of get a sequel straight away. But whether we get one sort of, you know, in the coming years is yet to be seen. I've got a feeling this was sort of like a Japanese kind of Magna character, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that. I don't really follow sort of, you know, that. But yeah, I know it was something that Cameron was quite interested in, sort of, you know, looking at. But obviously with the Avatar stuff, he's, you know, very much, you know, into all of that. So he left it to Robert Rodriguez to bring this to the big screen. And finally we get this nice booklet, again different image on the front here, another image on the back, and we've got some nice sort of photos in here. Yeah, there is actually some text as well, so that's nice to see. A little bit of reading material always, you know, is always nice in these books. Some have, you know, reading stuff, others don't. Kind of very hit and miss with a lot of these different premium editions. Some do it, some don't. But yeah, I mean, some fantastic sort of, you know, robots in this. You know, if you love your robot sort of artificial intelligence, this is going to be right up there. You know, as a good film to watch. You know, the CGI was, you know, I mean, look at these images, you know, the level of work that goes into this is quite staggering, really. Oh, there's the man himself, Cameron, with Robert Rodriguez. So behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed this film. As I say, you know, it was fun. And this is a wonderful edition that they've produced for this film. So, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed looking at the that edition, Alita Battle Angel. It's a really nice edition, that one. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, thanks for watching the video. Please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you'll be informed when I upload a new video like this. Welcome back to existing subscribers as well. Hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. Please give the video a thumbs up. That really does help out the channel, and it tells YouTube that you like these sorts of videos, and that encourages me to create more content for you to enjoy. Please leave a comment. Stick down in the comments below. Have you seen this film? You know, do you own it on DVD, Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, 4K, lenticular editions? What did you think of the film? Yeah, stick down in the comments below your thoughts on this and let's have a conversation. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm over there and I post pictures from time to time. So yeah, go and find me over there as well. Right guys, that's the end of the video. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye now.